So now, thank you very much, Professor Kim, for your remark. And now I'd like to introduce you the Professor Ashwani Gupta. I have been working here, this center, since 2011, and I met him since the 2013, I believe. So we are almost, 10 years of this working relationship. And he was, our longest and the most committed mentors in this program. So would you please give a big hand to Professor Gupta for his speech?
Thank you so much, Ms. Kim. I was actually at another meeting. I had to rush, knowing that this meeting will start at 9 o'clock my time, which is almost 11 o'clock your time. So welcome, everybody. I think it's a wonderful opportunity to see in person virtually. Many of you probably have seen the name, email going back and forth, but never met. But at least now you can meet virtually. It's a great occasion to be able to see so many of you, so much of a dedication which you made in addition to your normal schoolwork to learn a little more. Little more is what gets you to the next step, right? So we're all here to learn. And a lot of time I got questions from my mentees. What do I do here? What's the right thing? Is my story the right story, or is my story this thing should be changed? So question posed by all my students were they really were marvelous, and try to put them in the right track and the right path. And hopefully you learn quite a bit. So that's one, and this is an ongoing learning process. It's not something which you start in school is going to stop. I think it's the time when you start interacting and make friends, even though it's virtual, but at least you'll know who's what. And I'll give you my own personal story. This is going way back, right? Not today. When I was at MIT back some years back, that's in Cambridge, Massachusetts. That's in the United States, right? So you go out, Harvard Square is a popular place. So sometime you go in the evening and you meet students from MIT, you meet some other people. And I tell you, personal experience is a very intellectual place. Every person walking the street, you'll think, wow, you had to really put your brain to work. And you meet so many good people. At the time, Al Gore, I don't know whether you heard the name Al Gore. He was the vice president of the United States at the time, and Bill Clinton was the president. You see them on Harvard Square. Who would have thought that, here I am meeting the guy, and 20 some years later, he'll be the vice president of the United States. So the reason I'm bringing this thing up is some of you will going in a different direction, different places, will achieve very high goal. And if you know each other, networking, it's very, very important. Now is the time to start the networking. And you won't believe it, how much rewarding it is as you move forward with your career. It really is very, very important. So I hope the program put together, you will not only learn from, or at least display what you learned from your part. Hopefully you will learn from the others too, what they have contributed. It's a free exchange of ideas. You will say what you've done. They will ask questions. Hopefully you'll be able to respond to this. And if you don't, say your mentor didn't really tell you what to answer about that question, ask my mentor. He knows better than what I do. So don't be shy. Put the mentor in the place. And at least for my mentees, I'm perfectly okay if somebody asks the question and Ms. Kim can actually communicate to me, and I'll be happy to answer that question. So I think the learning process never stops. Networking never stops. And now is the time to do it. And the other part is that many of you will be going to higher education, university, and so on. So this is the time to think about it. You won't believe it that I had these students who are from all over the place. All over the place means all around I call it the global village, right? Some from Korea, some from China, some from Japan, you name it. It's in fact, if I start listing the number of countries, it's just enormous. And I still continue to get the request, can I join your group? And my answer is, if you're good, sure, I welcome you. And not only welcome you, but I can even support you for financial reason if you don't have enough financial resource. So this is the time really to act. This is the time to start mingling and meeting and greeting everybody. So this goes without saying that the whole idea of the conference is you present your ideas, learn from others, at the same time do the networking. And I don't want to take too much time because the time is rather limited. So with this, I'll stop here. And if there is any question, I'll be more than happy to answer.